lots on Skittles utility belt. Wario, Toon Link is where he found his first home years ago in Smash 4. And then, of course, Minecraft Steve. Both players active around the same time. Two very different regions of the world, but both ranked #1 there. Let's go ahead and get it. Young Link is here, Wolf is here, and this match is looking pretty real right here, Max, if I may say so myself.
Yep, it looks like both players going to be bringing their best here, and that is certainly a refreshing change of pace after the losers finals that we just saw. But of course, that's neither here nor there. It is grand finals. Pandarian yet again busting the Wolf out, and I think this is purely for tactical advantage. Not only do you get a good chance to warm up your secondary against one of the strongest players in the entire world, but also it's just a better matchup. I mean, PT versus Young Link, that does not seem favorable for the Reptiles by any means. They're not great at keep away or contesting keep away. So we're going to see exactly how battle tested this Wolf is. It did get Pandarian into the top 6. So I think this is a good call by them. We'll see if it pays off, though. Of course, Pandarian coming from the winner's side, winning 3-0 in winners finals over Skittles. So the run back is now in his court. We'll see what he does with the opportunity.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, we've been seeing what Pandarian has been doing here this evening versus a multitude of players of all different calibers. And again, it is the utilization of a Nair and the aerials that have really stuffed out a lot of the competition. Now, I've seen it most notably earlier on Exodia, just Nair at the ledge, not allowing ZSS to have really any fun. We're kind of seeing that same script play out here, man. There's the fall off Nair on Skittles, not quite able to make it back. Young Link can go the distance, but just a little short of the ledge there. Now, at 141% here, I would imagine that this stock is definitely on borrowed time. You know, Wolf, and I guess Fox as well, too. Really, all the Star Fox characters, very easy characters to combo, very easy characters to beat up. But on the flip side, they are not short on tools for putting on percent, and they are for damn sure not short on tools for taking stocks and extending leads as well.
We're seeing Pandarian take the early lead here, 183%, well past its wear on this stock. Or rather, this stock is well past its wear. But, oh, wow, a Young Link back air? I think I've seen that kill maybe twice ever.
Yeah, again, I mean, it's really just goes back to, you know, how great Skittles is with this character. I mean, every tool that can be used in every moment is going to show itself here in this matchup. And I mean, what better matchup to pull out all the stops than versus Pandarian, the person that not only puts you in losers, but it kind of puts you in losers in a very dominant way. I mean, I know that there was a bit of fun there in that match, but I mean, I gotta give it to Pandarian. I mean, just really wasn't missing a step there with the Wolf earlier. But again, this is Grand's different vibe here. Skittles doing a little bit better at checking the vibe here, especially as you pin Pandarian down here at the ledge. Right as I say that, neutral special comes out. The full neutral special too, the claw plus the shot.
Ooh, all right. We're going to see the down air, a 2001 classic for anybody who played Melee as a kid. That was probably the most spammed move in the entire universe for a time.
Yeah, I know about down there myself, Max. My link was crisp. I'll put it that way. It wasn't crisp. But this link is definitely crisp, though, too. You know, Skittles definitely making Pandarian taste the rainbow and some more stuff, man. This is just looking, well, it was looking really bad, but it's looking a lot better right now for Pandarian. I gotta say, just from what I've seen this evening too, anybody who ever gets like the lead on Pandarian, they don't really hold it for very long. Pandarian just knows how to find that open. He knows how to make you bleed, and you know what I'm saying, he just knows how, or they just know, excuse me, how to really, you know, keep it going.
Yeah, bringing this one back from what looked like potentially the depths. It was 80% to 0 at a time, and now only 40 sitting between these two. We'll see if Pandarian's able to close it out, or if it's going to be Skittles walking away with game 1 off of this ledge trap scenario. Got some projectile action, but no, Pandarian able to reclaim center, and with the ways that Wolf can rob you of a stock, I would still be sweating if I'm Skittles right now.
Yeah, I like that up air attempt. Pandarian should definitely be sweating just a little bit as well. Oh, great parry. The Nair answered back immediately. Now, we've seen this earlier with the Toon Link, you know, the utilization of bomb at the ledge, and we've seen more Z drops. Maybe that's not quite trusting the trajectory on Toon Link's bombs, or maybe the detonation time, but okay, we're just seeing them chucked at the ledge here. Not sure if they're going in their favor, but there's the bow and arrow and to the up air, and this is what I talked about earlier during the Toon Link set. You know, we could talk for days about, like, you know, kill power and things as such between Toon Link and Young Link, but one thing's for sure, Young Link's tools definitely demand a lot of respect. Now, I don't know if they are quite as strong as Toon Link's, but when I see bow and arrow or boomerang come out at these later percents, I'm like, hey, look, it's probably best to proceed with caution here. Like, the follow-up after bow and arrow is definitely gonna come. All right, so great stuff right there from Skittles, put themselves a point on the board. Pandarian still played very well, but Wolf just wasn't quite enough to cut it there in game 1.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see Pandarian go back to the roots and attempt to play Pokemon Trainer here in this set whatsoever. I mean, the Wolf, I would say that that game was so close that I'm not ready to say that the character choice wasn't working, right? And of course, that did get them this first set against Skittles Toon Link, not Young Link, but it's still something to consider. You know, even if your character loses the matchup on paper, sometimes it's best to just go with the character you have the most hours into. But it does not appear to be the case just yet. Pandarian with a set to mess around with here too. Not that they're messing around whatsoever. I think the Wolf is definitely here to game, but yeah, you do have that opportunity to rock all potential 3 or 4 or 5 games and lose this set and then bust out the PT. Wow, excellent smash DI out of the up B though. Doesn't matter. Skittles still tacking on this damage. 69 uncontested so far. Nice.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, the best type of anyway. Yeah, man. Skittles just, I mean, really coming out here as a, you know, just a truck here in this game. And I gotta say, the safety net that he kind of plays, you know, in some of these matchups, especially versus characters that can kind of break Young Link and Toon Link's kind of zoning, like Wolf and other characters like Palutena, you know, the safety net on some of these moves have just been astounding. Like, you know, knowing how to space these aerials properly, you know, baiting air dodges for sure, but even on the defensive end, like, you know, be reversing a lot of the projectiles, just really trying to throw Pandarian's movement options off right there, and Skittles moving their way right here into taking Pandarian's first stock. A very dominant way. This is a complete turnaround from the Toon Link set. Good lord.
Yeah, I just wonder what would have happened if we saw Skittles stick with the Young Link the whole way through, including Winners Finals. Answer potentially about to come to us here. We have a ledge trap scenario. Excellent neutral air right there. Yeah, and an even better recovery on Skittles' end. Oh, the footstool! What a lucky break right there. Oh, man. If you're Pandarian, you're definitely a little bit upset after that one.
Yeah, I would be. I'd be feeling some type of way. I don't know what that type of way is, but it'd be a whole lot of types, though, for sure. But no matter what, Pandarian knows, I imagine would still hold it. Oh my goodness, hold it down. I like that. You know, waiting out the grounded up special. Great combo starter. Great out of shield option as well too for some of these characters that like to get button happy on you. Good lord, Skittles. Wait a damn minute. I seen the air dodge get baited. I didn't know what to think there just a moment ago, but Pandarian going to alleviate a little bit of this pressure here, utilizing that neutral special there. Grab? Nope. Grab there that time. Yeah, get off that platform.
All right, Pandarian with potentially their final breath of this game 2 here. Let's see what's possible and what's not in terms of this comeback. 115 on your last stock. You've got a very healthy Skittles to deal with. But Wolf, one of the characters that I think is capable of this. Okay. Weak dash attack, but the backer is going to be air dodged. And down air, beautiful.
Wow. Okay, and that's gonna shut it down. F smash at the ledge was something that Skittles really struggled with in that first set. And honestly, it's something that a lot of players have struggled with. Period. It's, you know, the animation, how the hitbox is on Wolf's F smash that screws a lot of people up. But he kind of struggled with it. But looks like he's handling it a lot better here as Pandarian tries to dish it. Game 3? Question mark? Maybe this was the switch that we maybe should have seen earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't blame Skittles for trying the Toon Link out for info or, you know, just to have a good time with it. But now that you're in the grand finals on the loser side, you got to somehow pull 2 sets out here. First one going swimmingly for Skittles thus far. Not so much for Pandarian. It's going to be small battlefield again. Okay. We'll see if this pays off because, you know, Pandarian could also just be collecting information for the Pokemon Trainer switch in set number 2 to walk away with this one. Love that, though. Back air and nair, both doable within a short hop. It's going to lead to a lot of damage for Skittles.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of damage, and of course, a lot of stage positioning as well, Max, to add to that. I mean, when you get a character like Wolf in the corner, you know, it's not enough to, you know, just put on a percent and, you know, back off. You know, Wolf, you know, kind of sweats a little bit at the ledge of the stage. I mean, great options, you know, but with somebody like Toon Link kind of applying pressure, they have the tools of some of these mid to later percents to get you off stage. Oh, great spot dodge. Like the patience there from Pandarian, but I like the spot dodge just a little bit better there from Skittles.
Up smash out of shield. All right. Does not matter if you cross Young Link up or not. That's still going to come for your life. Oh, 7, 8, 9 rolls. I actually didn't count. I lied. Whoa, but the surprise attack. Who would have seen that coming after all of it?
All right. Bit of a no mix-up, sort of ish. Not exactly sure what
Really
that
mixed me
was.
up, man. I got hit by that.
There we go. I'm with it, my lord. And Skittles definitely with these combos here. The strings are ever so dominant here in this game. Okay, up air, that's right. This is what you do as a young Link. Not out of the ordinary here. And yeah, landing with Nair, I mean, I understand, you know, probably understanding that it's not safe to land on the platform, but you also want to run the... Whoa, great.
Oh!
Oh,
Shield poke, I think.
I think so.
Oh, and a concession from Pandarian saying, you know what? Let's go to set 2 right now. I've had it with this. You have too much momentum. Let me just, you know, drop the /FF in chat and move on. Reset the score to 0-0.
Oh, okay, friends. Welcome to set 2 of Grand Finals.
Certainly the most interesting top 8 I've ever been a part of, Rod. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm glad to be on this journey with you. I will say, because I wouldn't know what to do by myself. I'm very scared.
It's okay. We can hold hands as we go into set 2 right now and hope we don't fall off the bridge.
There we go, man. I like to hear it. But yeah, hate to speak with a lot of uncertainty, but this is Grand Final set 2. Skittles with a very dominant first set right there after getting sent to losers earlier this evening, excuse me. By Pandarian. Pandarian, of course, playing very well. The Wolf was just on another level, but I would imagine we could possibly see a character switch. I don't want to call it. I don't want to say Pandarian is frazzled and like they need to switch, but we could possibly see one here. We did see one from Skittles, so we'll see what we get.
Yeah, I am very curious as to whether the Pokemon trainer is going to come out or not. Again, I feel like the Wolf was a purely serious pick. You know, like this is Pandarian's second best character. This is the character that also got them to win on Exodia into the top 8 in the first place. So no reason to doubt the strength of the character, but maybe now that Skittles is bringing a different formula rather than the tune like we saw in Winners Finals, it might be time for Pandarian to answer back, make a counter pick of their own. No, all right, it looks like they're sticking to the Wolf. So, yeah, I mean, clearly Pandarian kind of got mowed down in the first set, even ending in a concession with full stock still in tow. But... you know, perhaps just looking to change the game plan up a little bit, kill this momentum, ice Skittles out just a little bit, and we could see a different outcome.
Well, let's see how it plays out, friends. Welcome to set 2, like I mentioned before, and you know, this is kind of starting out the way it should here with 2 very talented players. I like the up BI to shield. Again, very strong option for a young Link. Really for Toon Link as well too, but the trajectory, of course, is different as they kind of get flung off. I think Young Link's is more like straight up in the air, and I think Young Link can get like up air at most percents, then can maybe mix up with back air as well too, depending on how they fling out of it. But also got to give it, you know, to Pandarian as well, just the solidness in the neutral. It's kind of hard to just stand around and let a character like Young Link press buttons all on you and not get frazzled by that. So Pandarian, of course, showing that they have nerves of steel. Oh, great Nair.
Yep, both of these players reaching that veteran status despite their young age. They've been in the game for like 5+ years now. You know, to boomers like us, that might not seem like a long time, but they're certainly battle tested. And I think Pandarian's nerves, definitely not something to be questioned at this point. Staying with the Wolf, I think also a very bold play, and I like it. Just stick to what's good on paper, even if you've got a character that you're a little more familiar with in the back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
I like both outcomes, honestly.
Yeah. I think no matter which timeline unfolds, no, both players, oh my god, man, I don't know why that bomb just scared me there for a moment. But yeah, no matter which timeline, you know, both players will certainly be a-okay. Great down there. You know, we've seen earlier as well, Pandarian in the utilization of up smash. A lot of players just either misjudging how much space that move actually covers, or, you know, what can and can't trade with that move, or whatever the case is. Pandarian got a lot of mileage off of that, but as I talk about up smashing, it is Skittles who finds the up smash right here and puts Pandarian on their final stock.
Pandarian just looking a little bit off-center here. I mean, not even that their play is to be questioned, but the fact that Skittles is just gaming so hard right now. I mean, this is a lead that might not be possible to come back from, especially against the likes of Young Link, who has an extremely strong keep-away game, very good at the war of attrition. We're going to see Pandarian find a stock here, but potentially the last of this game.
Yeah, that, and I think just the ability to, you know, there's some characters that do pretty well versus Wolf, but they don't quite have the ability to combo Wolf like how Young Link does. And I think really Young Link is one of the very few characters that can even just combo the way they do, period. You know, I mean, some of these combos from Young Link, these strings are very Bayonetta-esque, you know what I'm saying? I mean, say, of course, what you want about the character, but I'd be lying if I said that the strings still weren't there. And, Skittles certainly knows, when to attack and when not to attack, especially on a very comboable character like Pandarian Wolf here. But, again, we've seen very solid Wolf gameplay earlier, and it's starting to kind of show itself here a little bit. It might be a little too late here in this set here, but I don't want to call it too early. I mean, we've seen Pandarian do some phenomenal things. But it's wolf hunting season here. Gets the red stuff plus the finish screen, but still not quite enough to get it done.
You can tell Skittles is playing some deep level mind games. A lot of feints, a lot of empty approaches, empty dashes, just saying, you know what? Come here and make that one mistake. I'm not in a rush to get this done whatsoever. Oh, and the forward tilt. Yeah, that's going to actually close the door on game 1 of this set here. So set 2, not starting off really any better for Pandarian. I think they do need to consider that switch to Pokemon Trainer. But, of course, the alternative is that they're warming this Wolf up for offline play. These players both have qualified for the NA West Regional. And, Pandarian could be saying, you know what? My Pokemon Trainer is already prepped and ready to go. So I need to get a couple more hours in with Wolf, who I inevitably might need to bust out at some point in that bracket.
Yeah, and again, not out of character for a player as talented as both of these two to maybe be playing the long game there. So I'm glad you brought that up. The Wolf is very seasoned for sure, and I'm not just saying that because how they're interacting, of course, with Skittles here in this match. I just think with the names that Pandarian's taken here this evening, but here though, we'll just have to wait and see. I'd like to see Reflector use a little bit more here on Pandarian's behalf. I think Reflector, a good deterrent for Young Link, even if you don't actually send it back towards a Young Link or a Toon Link or really any of the links. At least lets them know that they can't just throw stuff for free. Oh yes, that's one of the back air moments. Really good.
Okay, roll into forward tilt, a bit of an unconventional approach, but anything to close the gap against Young Link is fine. It doesn't matter how it looks, just as long as you're getting the hits. Pandarian, though, still on the back foot and also on the end of Young Link's foot from that neutral air. These characters with some similar buttons, I mean, really, especially that neutral air just being such a core of both of their game plans. Wolf edging out in terms of the actual range on the move, but it looks like Young Link's mobility is just too much of a factor when you combine it with all of the projectiles he's got access to as well. Oh, yo, Skittles trying to end that one in style.
Oh, very smart. Then had the bomb as he landed just to stop what looked to be the inevitable punish right there from Pandarian. Another forward air. Okay, pops him up. Okay, very smart. Like that at the ledge. Pandarian, of course, stalling out just a little bit, but Skittles, of course, just playing one step ahead. You get Wolf. A character like Wolf in disadvantage, you really gotta try to milk that for everything it's worth.
Oh, dodging that forward smash by the skin of his teeth there. I mean, it wasn't that close, but it was still too close for comfort. That's a move you never want to be trifling with. But man, Skittles just appearing unstoppable, taking the first stock consistently here, building plenty of extra credit, often going up 2 stocks in these matches as well. Okay. Up smash gonna come through, save Pandarian's skin here.
Very smart. I want to see more of that too. Great anti-air. It just stops characters like Young Link, just from smothering you with buttons and everything. I mean, it demands a lot of respect. Might not be as quick as some of the aerial options from Young Link, but if you can try to beat him to the swing, you'll be in good shape. So very good. Oh yeah, starting to read when up special out of shields coming out, and another up smash. Okay, Pandarian's starting to figure some stuff out here a little bit.
Yeah, definitely turning it up. Potentially not enough, though, as we see the down tilt to up B, almost resulting in a kill. Pandarian gonna have to recover and make it off the ledge here. Very dangerous against a character like Young Link. He just has so many ways to set up the field and make it dangerous. Nair out of shield, killing like that? Damn, that's supposed to be like a defensive tool, not a kill move.
And those Young Link Tims, man, they're good, my guy. I like just that setup there on the right, too. I mean, force him into a corner. I got forward tilt, of course, to cover you if you, decide to come that way. But if you hang too long, too, of course, Boomerang will, knock you out, as you're at the ledge. So, had a lot of his bases covered. Alrighty. Pandarian right here playing very safe. Of course, really staying up underneath that platform. Not wanting to overstand or do too much. And because when you do that, things like this happen. My God.
And Pandarian is just taking such a beating trying to make these approaches happen. Haven't seen too much of the shine, but I don't even know how much it would be helping them at this point. Back air from underneath the platform, though. Perfect lineup for the sweet spot. Oh, and perfect timing just to get forward air by Young Link. Oh, never mind. I'm a double liar. That is actually going to end game 2. And now we have Skittles on tournament point here. One more, and he will be your North American Northwest winner.
You know, getting up this morning, I had a good feeling that it would be these two in grands.
Same.
You know, Pandarian, of course, phenomenal on all fronts. Skittles, of course, phenomenal as well. Maybe not quite with the you know, the stage showings, you know, that Pandarian has, but you know, Skittles, of course, certainly climbing through the ranks, and you know, has a lot of, you know, great sets on his behalf. I believe, you know, Epic Gabriel, Elegant, you know, a lot of players like that are, you know, just some of the more notable names that come to mind. But of course, Pandarian, I'm sure, has the same, if not better. But you know, when I woke up this morning, I was like, I feel like it's going to be these two in grands. I don't know what side of bracket it's going to be on, and it could, you know, certainly go to a reset. But you know, just the first set of grands, I wasn't exactly sure who was going to sit where. But I was like, these two players have just been so good that there's just no doubt in my mind they're going to make it that far.
Pandarian definitely seeing something in Lilat. They're going to run it back here for the third and potentially final game of the set and the tournament. Oh, up B. Okay. And I actually have enough time to drop shield and down tilt. A lot of people kind of get thrown off by Young Links up B and don't get the punishes they should. Multi-hits are a little tricky, and it's safer than it appears, but it's also less safe than it would appear if you're fearing it that much.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, I got to give it to Pandarian about just like the whole concept of fear here. I mean, again, you know, Young Link character that's going to apply a lot of pressure, but there just a moment ago, I mean, just allowing Skittles to just, you know, pretty much throw everything at him, plus the kitchen sink, held shield, you know what I'm saying, knew that up B was coming out because he probably felt like Skittles was waiting for a punishment. Let him toss. I think another one was coming out just there as well, too. So starting to become a little bit more hip to, you know, Skittles' movement, which for a Young Link main of any caliber is certainly a detriment, you know, when players start to figure out your movement options, because that's really, you know, what pilots this character to this level is the fact that they can move and interact the way they can in a neutral. But you know, when the opponent gets a solid grasp on where you're going, Young Link is in some real trouble.
Yeah, Pandarian still with a lot of figuring out left to do, as we see finally somewhat of an even match here. Skittles has just been pulling ahead at pretty much every juncture, but if we do see Pandarian make the adaptation, close this game out, they've still got to do it 2 more times in order to win the tournament. Coming from winners, it's got to be a deflating feeling, but you know what? Props to them for sticking it out, trying their hardest the entirety of this bracket. And I do just kind of wish we saw the attempt at Pokemon Trainer for this Young Link matchup.
Yeah, I felt like oh my God, Pandarian, relax. But then again, I guess you can't really relax because, yeah, I just, again, starting to take more control here of how these interactions are going. We're also starting to see, and I know you talked about it before. Oh, is that stock? No, that shouldn't be stock. I was scared.
Oh, that is though! Oh my God!
Oh my God. We're starting to see Reflector more, but you can't reflect forward air, friends. Great stuff right here from Skittles. Game of stock right here. Set stock, excuse me, here on Pandarian's behalf. Let's call it for what it is. Pandarian's gonna have to make a big play and fast. There it is. The back air that they have claimed so many lives with here this evening.
Yeah, that was an incredible punish there. A lot of people will respect the bounce after Young Link and Link's down air a little bit too much, but Pandarian knowing, let me just meet this halfway with the lateral hitbox, especially one as strong as back air. All right, but hold up. We got some strong aerials on Young Link's side as well. Skittles just trying to hold down the fort in center stage, scare Pandarian into their shield and capitalize. Yup, Young Link, not the fastest grab in the game, but you know what? When you have 3 projectiles and a sword, it's certainly good enough.
Oh yeah, definitely gets the job. Well, I don't know if it gets it done, but it, you know, there's definitely, it's definitely a job. Yeah, it starts the job, you know what I'm saying?
It applies at least.
Okay, Z drop bomb. Okay, nice. Using that jab right there, just trying to out-button him up close. Down throw. Shouldn't be able to get too much off of that, but nice. Tries to catch the directional air dodge in. Really smart right there from Pandarian. Skittles going to elect to stay back in the cut. And this is kind of that moment where I'd like to see Reflector use a little bit more. Don't obviously be too telegraphed with it because I'm sure Skittles is probably looking for a Reflector to come out so he can try to punish it, but I'd like to see it used.
We see Skittles a sneeze away from winning the tournament here. Hopefully he doesn't get impatient. Oh, almost doing just that. I think up smash out of shield might have both hit and killed for Pandarian there. Okay, we got the fire arrows. Yo, you saw Pandarian start up that wolf flash. They want to stay alive in the bracket here. Edge guard opportunity. What's it going to be?
Okay, he was
Skittles
looking for
taking his time.
That's right. Staying at the ledge. That's a re-grab. What are we doing? Okay, gonna tether. Okay, no down air, no up smash though either. Smart option to try to take away that platform from Pandarian. Playing very smart here. One step ahead. There's the parry. Doesn't get anything off of it. And there's the forward air. Friends, you have your grand finals champion all the way from Nebraska. Skittles shutting it down on Pandarian in a double 3-0. I'm at a loss for words, Max. I'm at a complete loss for words. I got to keep it honest with you.
The 6-0 in Grands never feels good to be on the receiving end of, but if you're Skittles, you're definitely pretty pumped about that, claiming the first seed headed into the North American West Regional Qualifier, which will be taking place offline in an indeterminate amount of time. Of course, stay tuned to the Smash World Tour on Twitter and everywhere on social media for VG Bootcamp if you guys want to get updates and find out